TV production.
Whispers beneath the old bridge. On the edge of a quiet town, there stood an old stone bridge. It was said that whoever made a wish at midnight beneath its arch would find their heart's true desire. Most people treated it as nothing more than a sweet legend, but to Anna, the bridge was a place of comfort. She often came there with her notebook, sketching the reflections of the moon on the water. One rainy evening, as she sat under the arch to avoid the downpour, a stranger approached. He was carrying a guitar, his shirt damp, his smile apologetic. "Do you mind if I stay here?" he asked. "Not at all," Anna replied softly, moving her things aside. His name was Daniel, a traveler who loved writing songs. The rain lasted longer than expected, and in that time, Anna listened as Daniel played his guitar. His melodies echoed beneath the stone, blending with the rhythm of falling rain. Something about his music made her heart feel both calm and alive at once. Over the next weeks, Daniel returned often, always at the same place, as if the bridge itself had tied their paths together. He sang songs he wrote for her, and she sketched drawings inspired by him. Slowly, laughter and secrets filled the air between them. But Daniel's journey wasn't meant to stay still. One evening, with sadness in his eyes, he admitted he had to leave the town soon. Anna felt her heart tighten, yet she smiled bravely. "Then before you go," she whispered, "let's make a wish." At midnight, beneath the arch of the bridge, they closed their eyes and wished for the same thing, that no matter where the road took them, their hearts would always find the way back. Years passed. Anna continued her art, Daniel pursued his music. Distance tested them, silence tried to weaken them. But one autumn night, when the town was painted in gold leaves, Anna returned to the bridge. And there he was, Daniel, standing with his guitar, smiling as if not a single day had gone by. "I kept my promise," he said softly. "So did I," Anna replied, tears shining in her eyes. And beneath the old bridge, their story began once more, not with wishes, but with love that had never left. The stars between us. On the quiet edge of a small coastal town, where the ocean's whispers tangled with the breeze, lived a young woman named Clara. She was a painter who loved to capture the world in colors, sunsets that melted into gold, waves that shimmered in shades of sapphire, and starlit skies that seemed to breathe. Though her art was admired by many, Clara often felt a certain emptiness in her life, as though a piece of her heart was still waiting for someone she had not yet met. One summer evening, the town held its annual lantern festival by the sea. Clara, holding a small lantern with trembling fingers, made a wish before releasing it into the night sky. As the glowing lights drifted above the dark water, her eyes wandered and met someone across the crowd, a stranger with dark hair and a quiet smile. His name was Ethan, a traveler who had come to the town to escape the weight of his city life. Their eyes locked for only a few seconds, but those seconds lingered like eternity. Later, as fate would have it, Ethan found himself standing by Clara's small art booth near the pier. He paused before one of her paintings, a canvas filled with countless stars scattered over a midnight sea. "It feels alive," he said softly, as though afraid to disturb the silence between them. Clara looked at him, surprised. Few people ever noticed the details in her work. "It's the night sky from my childhood," she replied. "I always thought the stars carried secrets." Ethan's lips curved slightly. "Maybe they carry wishes too." That was the beginning. Days turned into weeks, and the two of them found excuses to meet again and again. They walked along the shore at dawn, watched the sun slip into the horizon at dusk, and sat beneath the stars at night, talking about everything and nothing. Clara painted while Ethan read aloud his favorite books beside her. He told her stories of the places he had seen, while she taught him how to notice beauty in the simplest details, the colors of seashells, the sound of rain against the window, the rhythm of a heartbeat. Somewhere between laughter and quiet moments, they discovered love. But like the tides, love sometimes carried shadows. Ethan's life in the city called him back, and Clara feared the distance would pull them apart. One evening, standing by the lighthouse where they had first shared a kiss, Ethan held her hands and whispered, "I don't want to be just a chapter in your story, Clara. I want to be the whole book." Tears filled her eyes. "Then stay," she pleaded. But Ethan shook his head. "Not stay. Come with me. Let's write our story wherever the stars lead us." The decision was not easy. Clara loved her town, her art, her quiet life. Yet when she looked into Ethan's eyes, she realized that love itself was also a canvas, and he was the color she had been waiting for. On the morning Ethan was supposed to leave, Clara packed her brushes, her paints, and one blank canvas. Hand in hand, they boarded the train together, hearts beating like twin oceans. And as the coastal town faded behind them, Clara rested her head on Ethan's shoulder and whispered, "No matter where we go, we'll always have the stars between us." And so their love began, not bound by a single place, but carried by every sunrise, every painting, every wish beneath the endless night sky. The promise beneath the stars. The village of Belmare was small, tucked between emerald hills and a river that shimmered under the moonlight. Life moved slowly there, with the sound of church bells marking time, and the scent of blooming jasmine drifting through the streets every evening. It was here that Evelyn Carter, a young painter with eyes full of quiet wonder, returned after years of studying art in the city. She longed for peace, but she did not expect her heart to find something far greater. On the second evening after her return, she wandered to the riverside, sketchbook in hand. The water glowed with streaks of twilight, and as she began drawing, she noticed someone else sitting beneath the great willow tree. It was Adrian Hayes, the boy she once knew, though he was no longer a boy. Adrian had been her childhood friend, her partner in climbing trees and chasing fireflies. But now, he was taller, with shoulders shaped by hard work and a gaze that held both kindness and unspoken stories. He was a carpenter, known for crafting furniture as delicate and precise as music notes. "Evelyn," he called, his voice carrying both surprise and nostalgia. She smiled, her heart racing in a way it hadn't in years. "Adrian. It's been so long." From that evening on, their paths crossed often. Evelyn painted the world as she saw it, while Adrian shaped it with his hands. She would bring him sketches of furniture designs, and he would build them into reality. Sometimes, he'd sit by her as she painted, and she'd feel the warmth of his quiet presence like sunlight against her skin. But love, as it often does, arrived slowly, like dawn breaking over the hills. They didn't realize it at first, until one night at the village festival. Lanterns floated into the sky, carrying people's wishes, and Evelyn's lantern slipped from her grasp. Adrian caught it just in time, his hand brushing against hers. For a moment, neither moved. Their eyes locked, and in the glow of hundreds of lanterns, the world seemed to disappear. "I wish," Evelyn whispered, "that I could stay here forever." Adrian's voice was steady, though his heart thundered. "Then stay. Stay, and I'll build you a home where the stars can look through every window." From that night on, love blossomed. They shared secrets in the hush of midnight, laughter in the warmth of morning, and dreams beneath the endless stars. Evelyn painted a portrait of him beneath the willow tree, while Adrian carved her a locket shaped like a star, hiding a promise inside, "For as long as the stars shine, I will love you." Yet, not all stories are free of trials. One autumn, Evelyn was offered a chance to showcase her art in Paris, a dream she had carried for years. It meant leaving Bellemare, leaving Adrien. Torn between her heart and her ambition, she stood by the river one night, tears in her eyes. Adrien found her there. "Evelyn," he said softly, "you must go. Your art deserves to touch the world." "But what about us?" she asked, her voice breaking. He cupped her face gently. "The stars are everywhere. Look at them in Paris, and I'll be looking at them here. And when you're ready, come back to me." She left, carrying his locket close to her heart. For months, she lived among galleries and grand halls, but every painting she made carried the memory of Bellemare, of Adrien, of the river and the willow tree. No matter how far she went, she found herself gazing at the stars, whispering his name. 2 years later, Evelyn returned. She had achieved success, but she realized that home wasn't in Paris, it was in the gentle smile of the man waiting by the river. When she saw Adrien again, standing under the willow tree, she ran to him. "I came back," she breathed, tears streaming down her cheeks. Adrien's arms closed around her, strong and certain. "I knew you would. I never stopped waiting." And beneath the same stars that had once carried their wishes, they sealed their promise with a kiss, knowing that no distance, no time, could ever dim the love that bound them together. From then on, Bellemare was no longer just a village, it was the heart of their love story, a place where every brushstroke and every carving whispered the same vow, forever.